pay to create, right? So you've got Tuber tools, but we've got a new platform that's out, Creator Mix. Creator Mix, and this
Correct.
is for everyone that needs to add audio. You got to add audio to your video. Creator Mix is here. I just want to hear a little bit about the challenges of getting Creator Mix out. So first tell me exactly why you felt Creator Mix was important, Nick, and then tell me what was the biggest challenge you had to overcome to get Creator Mix out here for the public.
So in terms of what Creator Mix is a free music resource for anybody that is uploading content to YouTube, to Twitch, to Facebook, to LinkedIn. Basically, we're just giving away music. And the reason that we made it is because right now on YouTube and just on the internet in general, there's this huge plague of just copyright strikes going out all over the place, people having to deal with all this copyright stuff, people using music from places thinking that it's going to be safe, but then it ends up not being safe. They get claimed. The person that does the claim ends up taking the ad revenue from the videos that they claim, things like that. And because of that, we just saw a huge hole. And we're like, how can we, kind of help fix this problem? Because there's some awesome paid services that people can use to where, they pay a monthly subscription fee. But, if somebody's just getting started on YouTube or just in this whole social media thing online, the amount of money that you have to spend on, all these different tools and just subscription services and things like that, like a lot of people just don't have it. So, they either don't have it or, they have, just other things they need to spend money on, but they still need great royalty-free music that they can use in their videos. So because of that, my brother and I created Creator Mix in order to solve that problem, so people can download it, use it in their videos. They can live stream and stream the music in the background while they're doing their live stream, and they don't have to worry about all those things.
Yeah. I just want to say I love that you're working with your brother D on this, but to your point, I never know what's copyright free or not. I never know. So it's a real problem that you're solving here. And to know that I can go somewhere and I have the promise that it's copyright free is like, I can wipe the sweat off my brow. And before I want to go deeper on this, but I just want to give you a little bit of context here. I have a friend who's an attorney, and I worked with him on doing all this stuff. And I'm like looking at thousands and thousands of dollars for contracts and agreements and all this stuff. So like a place that I can go for free and it's hassle free. Okay, cool. Big deal. Value. So Tell me a little bit more about Creator Mix. What was the challenge of creating a place like this, of creating a resource like this? Because I can, I haven't done this before. I imagine there's a lot of challenges, but it's something I might be interested in doing in the future, creating some sort of scalable digital asset. What was the biggest challenge to overcome?
So in the scenario with Creator Mix, fortunately, just skills that, my brother and I have had from our past lives, it hasn't actually been a difficult project. So, we're both, into music. So, just through connections for both of us being into music, getting content, actual music that we can have the rights to or that we actually pay them to make, having all of that wasn't a problem. Making the website wasn't a problem because we know how to do that. And, putting the, email sequence together when people sign up, we know how to do all that. So, just fortunately, based on the skills that we have and the experience that we have, it wasn't a difficult project to put together. The experience would have been completely different if we would have done it 10 years ago, right? With the skills that we had 10 years ago. But now, we're pretty well versed in a lot of these things. So in terms of challenges right now, it hasn't been an issue. In terms of, once it starts getting out there, we start getting feedback, we start having people steal, music and trying to sell it and all that kind of stuff, then that is where, we'll have those types of struggles. But in terms of, actually putting it all together and making it available, it's actually been a pretty seamless project. Fortunately, even more fortunately for me, my brother has actually handled most of actually, getting it together and putting it together. And this is kind of like, just more of like a passion project on his end. So he's put in a ton of time into it, fortunately for me.
Well, D is going to be on the show here within the next couple of weeks. It's Nimmin. Nice. So I'm going to tell him that you gave him a shout out, that you gave him props.
Yeah, please do. Quick
rapid fire question here for you. How do you, and this is somewhat related, but somewhat unrelated. How do you actually accept payments through? Because one of the things I love about Creator Mix is it's very automated for you, right? You've created a digital product. How are you collecting payments?
Free. Yeah. It's free. There are no payments. It's free.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no payments. It's free. Yeah, it's legitimately free. We don't have a premium service. Like, it's legitimately free. You go there, you create an account, and you can download the songs and use them freely in your content.
I have the big note here. It's free, but it's hard for my head to wrap my head. It's hard
Right?
to wrap my head around free. So let's look at Tuber Tools then, which is a paid for service.
Yes.
How are you collecting payments with Tuber Tools?
Yeah, so with Tuber Tools, there's two versions. One is a front-end store to where you can buy items a la carte, and then the other side is a membership area to where you get updates, on a regular basis. We update 3 times per week into there with new assets. And with the front-end store, we basically do that through Stripe and PayPal, and with the membership, we also do that through Stripe and PayPal.
Okay, cool. Again, it's just a personal, listen, I got Nimmin on the show.
Sure.
I want to pick the brain a little bit. All right, cool. So before we get into the overrated, underrated section, Nick, there was one more question I wanted to ask you. There's been a lot of talk in the media about, the way that social media platforms are handling creators and things of that nature. I'm just wondering, I love YouTube. I'm big on YouTube, second largest search engine on the internet. Do you think there's any real threat out there? Is there any other video hosting platform that you think's a threat? Anything that you're looking at?
Not even close. So like a lot of people will say like, oh, TikTok's a threat, but they're not. So it's a totally different type of viewer that's over on TikTok. TikTok has its own purpose. YouTube is trying to, kind of absorb some of that audience with their shorts. But the thing that YouTube has that TikTok doesn't is the discoverability side. Like, for example, if I want to watch a video about anything, in order to access that video on TikTok, I have to have the app. I have to open the app. I have to go into my phone to find it. And I have to go through that whole process. To lead me into YouTube, I can open the app in my phone. I can Google something and I'll get led in that way. I can look for something on Yahoo or Bing or any other search engine. As long as they have video results, they're usually primarily YouTube results, but they also mix in some other platforms too. But anyway, you can also pull, traffic from those. In addition to that, people can embed your YouTube videos, and you can embed your videos and put them on your own website as well. And then, optimize your own website if you want to go that route in order to be able to tap into search for that one. So just the discovery options on YouTube are just crazy. And in addition to that, the algorithm itself, how everything works on YouTube, it's excellent. So like a lot of new content creators who don't understand it, they'll look at it and they'll think like, hey, why isn't YouTube showing my videos to people? But the reason they're not showing your videos to people is because you just haven't gotten your stuff yet to a competitive level for everything else that's on there. So that's why you're getting, less impressions, or the videos that you're putting out, people just aren't clicking and watching at the rate that they should in order for it to be competitive enough for them to keep showing your content a lot to people.